Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and look at the archetype we're revisiting now. It's GEARGIA. This was a tiered meta archetype at one time, even during a KC Cup. Very devastating with balance, and now they're even more devastating with Xyzs summons, guys. It gives them the boss monsters they so desperately needed, while they handle all the control of the duel with their natural abilities. We're still using balance, we're still using Xyzs of the Brethren, very strong card. It'll pay 200 life points, target one level 4 lower monster you control. After this resolves, you get a special summon 2 who are the same type and level, but different names. So it works out with GEARGIA. Any one GEARGIA will summon the other 2 GEARGIA with Xyzs of the Brethren. Only catch is you really can't conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this card, but that doesn't matter at all a lot with GEARGIA, especially first turn, because they flip themselves face down and then they gain effects. Anchor is your boy who destroys monsters on the field. They don't have to be face up, they can be face down monsters, you still destroy them. Attacker is our boy who hits back row. All of these rely on having other GEARGIA on the field though, so you flip up, hit some back row, flip up, hit a monster, then you can do your Xyzs summons into whatever you want. Now we fleshed the deck out with the brand new Goblinberg for a few reasons. He works with special summoning the level 4s, and he's a warrior for Zubaba General when we really need those plays to get a fat 3400 monster. But we're still relying on the GEARGIA effects. Now this is a GEARGIA didn't really see play when GEARGIAs were new, but now it works a lot better for the Xyzs. It's Accelerator. If you control a GEARGIA monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. Very nice. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target one GEARGIA monster in your graveyard except himself, add it to the hand. Very mad decent with that special summon for Xyzs summons, guys. So he's also a target for Xyzs of the Brethren. We're running just 2 of each monster. So for balance, we just have to fill out the rest of the slots. We're using Forbidden Chalice, 2 enemy controllers, enemy controller, World Legacy Clash, but a lot of the times we have face down monsters, so we wouldn't want a World Legacy Clash. Still just playing around with 3 Fiendish Chains. It's just personal preference of mine. I didn't have 3 Fiendish Chains for a super long while, but there are definitely alternatives if you don't have 3 Fiendish Chains, like the spell of Absorbing Life. Flip all face down defense position monsters face up. Flip effects will activate. They say they won't, but they totally do, so it works out really well with the GEARGIA. So an example of a turn 1 play, you would say normal summon Accelerator, Ties Up Bind, bring him out, flip him face down, sit on your Absorbing Life. You're going to see this all in the replays, and then you just hit them with those effects. So they really are a control deck. They used to be like a very competitive control deck. You're still doing the control, so if you don't have Karma Cut, you don't have Fiendish Chain, throw in more Spell of Absorbing Life, you're still going to be clapping. But other than that, just straight utility. We're using the 4 Synchro Pool only, so we have Zubaba General, Cowboy, Utopia, Delteros, Gaga Gaigo, the Risen, and 2 Gaga Samurai. We don't really have a way to bump up Samurai to lethal, but he's still a great option to have in here. So Xyzs, you know, they do a lot for some decks, they do a little for some decks. This is a deck it does a lot for, because GEARGIAs only need a little bit of help to be right back in it, because they're a super strong archetype. You may not have seen them when they were having their day, but they are a really strong archetype. So it was a lot of fun. They're clapping some serious decks, so I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are facing a Leo. Let's see what he's got for us. We're going second. Leo generally means level log. He fools you into thinking he's not a competitive deck, but he is a level log. So we're going second. We would have liked to go first with this hand, but we'll go second. Boy sets his whole hand over there. So we had a Goblinberg play, but we're gonna go for the more conservative Xyzs of the Brethren. Bring out all 3 of our GEARGIA. Attacker flips face down, Anchor flips face down, set our Fiendish Chain, enemy controller, call it a turn. Here, boys, bringing out a Goziki. We're gonna Fiendish Chain. We knew he had that Spectral Sword down there, but that was gonna happen anyway. And now we've stopped another mill of a monster. So we're not really afraid of that boy. We'll even hit him with the enemy controller just to keep that extra GEARGIA alive. because you need GEARGIAs on the field to get their flip effects. They're not just awesome outright. It's dependent on how many GEARGIA you have on the field. So we start with Anchor, because we have other one on the field. That means we get to destroy one monster. Hits us with Floodgate, we're still going to be able to destroy him. Now we flip up Attacker. Had we that Anchor face up, we would have destroyed both spells. He thankfully goes out of his way to show us his ceiling, so we destroy that. Hit his dead Regeki break. He lowers our attack by banishing his own monster, but that's okay because we're going to get rid of that monster. We go right into a Gagaga Samurai, and guess what, guys? We haven't even used our normal summon. We get to normal summon our Goblinberg, hit him twice with Gagaga Samurai, and then finish him off with the Goblinberg, hitting those Shiranui decks. Absolutely great stuff, guys. Alright, here's a Crowler. Going first. GEARGIA really want to go first. Showing him balance. He's also using balance, but he's at 21 cards. So here, we got our Anchor, we got our Ties to the Brethren, and we have Spell of Absorbing Life. So this is going to make you guys want to run even more Spell of Absorbing Life. So don't feel bad if you don't have those Fiendish Chains or those Karma Cuts are not core. Spell of Absorbing Life for this does just fine. So we flip down our Anchor and our Accelerator. We're fighting Stellar Knights. I don't even know what Sirius does. But we're going to hit him with the Spell of Absorbing. That flips them both face up. It's going to activate all the effects, and they're going to get the full hit. So we get to destroy that monster. We get to destroy 2 of his back row, guys, and he doesn't even want to see it. Losing all that back row, all that monster. He wasn't going to survive the turn. Great stuff. Alright, here we are facing Arcana, and you know what kind of degenerate decks Arcana runs. We're going first. GEARGIA really want to go first. Boys using Pumpkin Sleeves, so that's pretty cool. But that's where the coolness ends with this guy, as you'll see. We get a normal summon Accelerator, go with Ties to the Brethren, bring out Attacker, bring out Anchor, set our Fiendish Chain. After we set our boys, now let's see what our opponent's got. I'm assuming Witchcrafters when I see Arcana, and that's probably exactly what it is. Now, we go with the Fiendish Chain on Illumina because I didn't want him to even discard anything. But he shows us with a Monster Gate, brings out a Raiden though, so that's not the end of the world. Shows us he is in fact Witchcrafters. Goes after our Attacker. Little does he know I was still going to destroy his back row. But it was a bluffed Machine Angel Ritual, a way to get it in the graveyard for him. It's going to protect his monster. Don't get used to that, because that's going to be banlisted. Witchcrafters is going to be locked out of that in just a moment. But not for now, so now we're going to go with a Gagaga Samurai. But check this out, guys. We still got plays. We get a normal summon Attacker, special summon our Accelerator. That's Utopia. That looks like lethal to me, guys. He would need some Kyroids or some Sphere Boys, but he doesn't have them. So Gagaga Samurai swings twice, and Utopia finishes them off. Always great to clap Witchcrafters, guys. Great, great stuff. Alright, here we are facing a Yusei. Going first. Poor boy's got a rank down. Showing him balance. So here we're not actually starting with Ties to the Brethren. It's going to be a little slower duel. We do have a Karma Cut and a Fiendish Chain though, so we're going to be just fine. Fighting another Saddler Knights. We'll let the Deneb get its effect. We're not really scared of a Deneb effect, but we will banish it so he has no negates. We're going to flip that Attacker face down, normal summon that Attacker, flip that Attacker face up, get to hit that back row, and then the boy scoops after just hitting a counter trap too, but it's just so slow for them to come back. Great, great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Yusei. That generally means more Shiranui. So he's using a big, big copy of Shiranui at 28 cards. So we have Ties to the Brethren, starting with an Anchor. We are going first this time, so we're going to use the Anchor, Ties to the Brethren. That brings out both our other boys, an Attacker and Accelerator. Flip the action ones face down, Accelerator gets to stay face up. Fiendish Chain and Enemy Controller, let's go. He brings out a Squire. We're going to stop that effect right there. See how many back row this boy's going to set. Only 2. We can handle that. All we got to do is start with our Anchor, destroy the one monster. Now he's going to hit us with the Ultimate Providence. That's not bad at all, because we still only have one spell card to hit. And that's exactly what we'll do with our attacker. We had a network trap hole, not a very great card. But we're going to go into Gaga Samurai, guys. Swing over the Squire. We don't use his overlay effect. I'm pretty sure that was just an accident, because we would have liked to do that extra damage. But it makes no difference regardless, because we're going to overlay him here, and then just swing for a nice casual lethal over more Shiranui. So GEARGIA, no joke, guys. They play. You see in these replays, these were some serious decks, and these were some serious plays. So Xyzs do a lot for GEARGIA. If you were ever a GEARGIA fan, definitely dust them off. Definitely give it a try. People don't know how to fight them. They were complicated to fight when people knew they were coming, and even now, people don't stand a chance. They're not going to read the cards. Xyzs on them, bring out that Gaga Samurai, do some actual offense after you've just completely destroyed your opponent's board with your GEARGIA. It's absolutely great fun, guys, so I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.